It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we got a beer from Brew York. And I smile when I say Brew York because they were the first brewery I went to visit after the whole situation. First time I stayed in a hotel after that whole situation of 2020. Went to York for the first time with my wife. We loved York. It was fantastic. Absolutely incredible. We did a live stream at Brew York Craft Brewery. And wow, what a time. Lee at Brew York, after the live stream, went to his secret stash. And I mean, this was a super secret stash of beers. And he was like, which one do you want to drink? And there was like 3 Fontaine in there. There was some Russian River stuff there. I mean, we're talking about kind of some of the most amazing beers in the world were sitting on that shelf. And he said to me, pick which one you want to drink. And it was like, ooh, dreamland. I woke up in the morning in the hotel and I was really unwell. I was really unwell the next day. Hungover. When I say unwell, I mean hungover. This is Collab Vision. I imagine when Lervig visited Brew York, they probably had the same experience as me when they went to brew with Brew York. I bet they had the most amazing time. I bet they loved York, and I bet they absolutely loved their time at Brew York Craft Brewery. This is called Give That Wolf a Cherry. It's a cacao cherry Tonka vanilla Imperial Stout in a 440 milliliter can at 12% ABV. Absolutely incredible sounding beer. Absolutely challenging sounding beer at the same time. This was sent by the wonderful Calvin Phillips. Thank you very much, Calvin Phillips. And Calvin Phillips will only send me challenging beers to drink or review. Here we go then. Beer in a glass. So it's probably based on kind of Eurovision, which is passed about a month ago now. I've had this beer about 5 or 6 days in the house. We got a 1 finger. You can tell there's some cherry in there. You can definitely tell it's an Imperial Stout, but at the same time, you can definitely tell there's cherry in this beer. You got a 1 finger, kind of almost like a reddy cherry coloured, tan coloured head, if that makes any sense. Good levels of carbonation as we rock the beer back and forth. It just looks really good. It looks really, really good. Small amounts of carbonation rolling up the glass. Let's get the aroma. I was about to say, I was in Norway about 4 or 5 years ago on a balcony looking over the Norwegian fjords, and I reviewed Lervig's 3 Bean Stout. Have a look at that review. You'll see the fjords behind me, but put in Lervig 3 Bean Stout in YouTube if you want to have a look at that review. After this one, of course, but as soon as I put this beer to my nose, I was thinking, that reminds me of Lervig's 3 Bean Stout. Yeah, Lervig are the collaborators with this beer with Brew York, aren't they? Yeah, they know how to brew a stout, an Imperial Stout. So do Brew York, of course. But yeah, that is Tonka, Tonka, Tonka with a little touch of cherry and vanilla to go with it. Wow. Look at that beer. Let's dive in. Cheers, everyone. Oh. Oh, that's interesting. That is really interesting. Ooh. Ooh. You get a lot of cherry tannins. You get that lots of like a cherry tannins, leathery. Oh, it's interesting. The cacao, the bitterness from the roasted malt. Wow. Vanilla. It's cherry first. There's loads of cherry. They should make a soda, shouldn't they? Called cherry first. Sounds good. Sorry. Loads of cherry. Loads of cherry up front. Loads of leather. Loads of that kind of cacao. The tonka bean, I would say, is a secondary flavour. It's a flavour that's kind of hitting afterwards. If you want the tonka, the full kind of experience of the tonka, it's more in the aroma, I would say. It's definitely more kind of like you get your nose in this, ooh, loads of tonka. Whereas you're not getting so much cherry in the aroma, but you're getting lots on the reverse, kind of as you're tasting the beer, you're getting lots of cherry and a lot less of that kind of tonka coming through. Amazing beer though. Amazing beer. A challenging beer. A really challenging beer. If I seen this, and I only ever mention this because as I'm getting older, I'm getting more lazy. And that's only just a observation about myself. So the reason why I asked this question, and I only ever think about this question when I'm doing a beer review. But the question is this: if I'm in a bottle shop, a can shop these days, and I seen this beer, my young self would have picked it up. A man in my 30s, I would have picked this up and gone, yeah, look at this. But something happens when you get slightly older. I'm 43 years of age now. In fact, I might even be 44. I don't even know anymore. I'm probably about four. I was born in 1979. It's 2020. I'm 44 years of age. And you just can't help it. You just become a little bit more reserved as you get older. You become a little bit more kind of like, I know that beer. That's a good beer. I'm going to buy that beer. When I go to my local craft beer bar, I always order a steady rolling man. And the people I drink with are like, there's like 18 beers. I mean, the guys at Brew York have been to Craft Republic where I drink. And they know the different varieties of beer and whatnot. But I always order a steady rolling man by Daya to start off with. And my friends turn to me and they go, why you know what that tastes like? There's all these other... And I just go, yeah, I know, but I just know it's good. And it's just, I think, personally for me, I just think it's a bit of an age thing. And I do wonder, if I seen this on the shelf in a bottle shop, would I go, ooh, really excited as a 44-year-old? I want to try something like amazingly different. And I should. And I think some of my viewership have recognised this. I definitely think Calvin Phillips has recognised this. That's the reason why Calvin Phillips will only send me challenging beers. And I really blooming appreciate it. I really do. Because I'm glad I've tried this now. Because it's actually a very, very interesting, unique Imperial Stout of beer. It's got a nice mouthfeel. It's got nice carbonation. All of the flavours on the can that they've mentioned is there. Cherry, cacao, tonka, vanilla, Imperial milk stout. Yeah, all of it's there. I'm going to rate it. Collabovision, beer contest with character. For me, gets an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! Cheers!